Hi, everyone. This is Elizabeth Patterson, and we're here with another episode or another edition of the Street Interviews in Tamale. We're here with Zakaria, who is a level 2 medical student at.
University for Development Studies.
Okay. So, Zakaria, we want to know, how is disability perceived in Tamale? Did you grow up in Tamale?
Actually, I grew up in Wa, Tapa West Regional.
Okay.
I only came to Tamale here to school.
First school.
And I'll be in Tamale here for about 6 years now.
Okay. So,
Plus, I had my high school education.
Growing up in Wa, Upper West, did you see disability in your life, in your world?
Yes, I've seen disabilities and I've had time to interact with some of them.
Okay.
Well, for every society, there is always a perception about disability. We have the superstitious perception, and we also have the medical point of view.
Okay.
So when you come to the northern part of Ghana, some people think or believe that when someone is having a disability is which I think is not true to me. It's not true with my little knowledge about disability. It could be congenital abnormality, which means right from birth, or maybe due to a health reason. When the person was growing up, the person was involved in an accident. But maybe those that think that disability is a curse is due to ignorance. I will treat that. We should treat them as they are normal human beings. Educating the public about disability could be done in so many ways. It could be through the traditional social media platforms, that's radio stations, television stations. It could also be done through school to school, where students are made engaged, especially at the basic level. You get to realize that students that are having disabilities, let's say in primary schools and junior high schools, their colleagues tend to stigmatize them, which if they had the knowledge about what disability actually means, they wouldn't do it. And due to the stigmatization, a lot of them go through a lot of mental stress and depressed. Some of them even due to that don't even want to go to school. But if they have been sensitized at the early stages, it will boost their morale, how to treat their colleagues, how to give them the necessary support so that they will cope with them and explore the world together.
No. So, as a medical student, from the medical perspective, how do you advocate for inclusion? Let's say in about 4 years when you're a doctor, how would you ensure that there's inclusion in your field if there isn't?
Okay, so just like, let me say, for some years back, most opportunities were being given to males. I see for recent years, every campaign is about girl education, girl empowerment. I think we can take it from that dimension, where opportunities, let's say right now, business opportunities, tech opportunities, where people with disabilities should be given some, let's say, some percentage so that to encourage them to apply, and not just only their application, but during their participation, maximum attention should be given to them so that they really know that they are also human and they are well valued.
Definitely. So thank you so much for that. I 100% or maybe 200% agree that there needs to be visibility, people, like representation of all people in public sectors. But I would just add that if you're going to employ someone who has a disability within your sector or within your office, you have to ensure that the right accommodations are available for them so they can thrive and be successful. But I don't know if you have any last words to share with us about how we can further promote inclusion as a society.
So what I'll just have to say to the general public is that disability is not a curse. Okay, it could be congenital abnormality, as when the person's parent was pregnant with one or two reason. Some of developmental milestones were repeated, or maybe it could be an accident, and it could be happening to each and every one of us. You not being disabled today, don't think that you can't be disabled in the future. You can wake up the next day, anything can happen. You can also be a disabled person. So you here ask yourself, how do you want to be treated when you are in such a situation? So when you think from that perspective, you give the maximum respect and the support to the disability in the society. Yes, they are part of us, and we should give them all the maximum respect, the support they need us, but we shouldn't stigmatize against them. Down upon them.
Thank you.
So positions what we are also doing.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite books of all time, To Kill a Mockingbird. It's an issue where there's a lawyer defending a black man and blah, blah, blah. He's not guilty, but he has to defend her. Society thinks he's wrong just because he's the black man. And the naive child asks her father, why are you defending this man? And the father's response is, you never know a man until you step in his shoes and you walk around in it. And as you were talking, that's what came to my mind. Like, it's not a curse. It's sometimes really disheartening that in this day and age, people still don't accept and realize that disability is not something that a certain group of people are just born that way, that it's by no fault of their own. There's a genetic issue. You heard it from the medical student himself. It's a genetic issue, some abnormality during childbirth or maybe later on in life that happens. So if I wish we would start some advocacy around the stigmatization, because we never really know what a person with a disability is going through until we become fully that person and walk around in their shoes. So thank you so much, Zachariah.